Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. I'm going to wait a little bit so YouTube will know that I am on, because even on my computer, it doesn't look like you guys can see me yet. Sagittarius, I am going to start with some oracles here. I use these oracles for everything. It's not just going to be one thing that I'm going to use these oracles for. It's a money deck, so we're definitely going to talk about that. And then we're going to use another oracle, and we're going to be getting into some tarot. So we're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Sagittarius. Let's see what's happening here for you guys. This is for Sagittarius. Good morning, Tiffany. Sagittarius. Ooh. Okay, now before I pick up these cards, okay, before I pick it up, let's just hone in on this card, please. Please, just hone in on it. Hone in, hone in, hone in. Okay, I don't want y'all flipping out. I do not want you to flip out. Let's look at what this card first. Let's focus on it. And what does it say? This is a time to trust. I'm not going to read the full thing, but I need you to keep this in mind before I pick up the card, so let you guys see what feel, okay? There is hope here, and we're going to see more of it when we get into the tarot as well, okay? But I wanted you guys to see this because the cards that fell. Okay. We're going to clarify this. I want to do that for you. I didn't do that for the other signs. We're going to do this for you. First card that came out here for you was unexpected. Now, this is finances too, and other things. Remember, I put that intention on the reading. So here with this card, it says, prepare for unexpected events. We'll say it that way. Could it be money? It could be. It could be like, oh, you got to pay for something on your car. You got to pay for something, yada, yada, right? It could be something like that, okay? Some of you guys have already experienced financial crisis, so you already know. You've already been through this. This ain't nothing new to you, okay? But some of you guys may experience some type of like, oh my God, my money is not right, or there's something up with your finances or something like that. That could very well be true. It just depends on where you are on this timeline, okay? I'm not going to focus too long on this because this scares the hell out of people, and I always find the solution, okay? But for some of you, there is just unexpected news, or just something unexpected. And the next one, you literally have loss. Now, if we're talking about money, this could be as simple as you losing $100. Baby, when I tell you this would be my reaction if I lost $100. You want to know why? Because that has happened before. Literally, absolutely. I was like, what? Oh my God. I can't believe this is happening to me, right? It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be anything extreme, but that was extreme to me. Losing $100 out of my wallet. But that was back in the day when I used to carry money, okay? So yes, there could be some unexpected money that you can lose, but unexpected money that can come, it could be some type of unexpected financial situation that can happen for you outside of you just losing money on the ground, okay? But this also talks about loss. This person isn't in your life anymore. This person isn't around anymore. You are experiencing something unexpected and it isn't there. Now that is what this particular reading is saying. Now let me put this down because I do not under no circumstances want to focus on the negative. However, you guys already know, okay? This is how I read. Now I want to go to this card here because it tells you something. Let's go back. I showed you this first before we read the other card so you can calm down a little bit. It says, this is a time to trust in the universe and know you will be provided for. And it says, stay positive. Now, they're not telling you this because they're like, oh, let's just tell them that. Like they're supposed to believe in Santa Claus. Let's just tell them anything. That is not what this is saying. It never works out that way. They don't ever, tell y'all stuff to just make you guys believe it, just to make you feel better. This is not a placebo effect. but it is reality that some of you guys are going to be facing something, dealing with the heart space, dealing with your money. You know, it could be something like that. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to, okay, so I'm going to get into the tarot, but before I do that, let's go to this deck. Now, it may kind of be off a little bit with this one because this one is something completely different. With this may be a little bit off, but then we are going to clarify what this means, okay? So let's go ahead. Let's get into this. This is going to be for Sagittarius, so we're going to see what's going to come out here for you. This is for Sag. This is for Sagittarius. First card comes out is Crossroad. Crossroad. Important decisions. What does it say? Life-changing decisions. Choose wisely. This may not have nothing to do with that loss. It may not have nothing to do with the unexpected, but just know that this is a part of your reading. Now, I will say you may have to make a decision that you didn't expect to make. I can say that. And now, whatever decision that you make could create a loss. Now, at the bottom of the deck, you have commitment issues. I know that this is not necessarily dealing with money, but it says that someone is afraid to settle down. Someone is avoiding real, true intimacy and true love. And so, again, if this has something to do with love, or something like that, you're going to have to make a decision because this right here is like, it's over. It's over and done. Maybe they did something that you didn't expect for them to do. Maybe they said something you didn't expect, whatever it is. But again, I don't want to focus this only on love because I'm telling you, I know for a fact that this is just not love based on what I see. I can guarantee you it's not. Okay. But there are going to be some decisions that some of you guys are going to have to make that are unexpected that I can tell you. And it says choose wisely. Let's keep going. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you. Ooh. Payback. Consequences, returning, karma. What goes around comes around. Time to settle accounts. Now, I'm hoping. Now, this is good for you. Okay. But let's just keep it real because not all Sagittarius are, you know, lovely and nice, right? Let's just hope that you guys have been well. You guys have been on my channel for a while. Most of you already know. I've already warned you over the, especially with any fire sign at this point, moving after the next 2 years, you definitely don't want to be doing nothing shady because you're already being squared now. Okay. So one thing that I can tell you is that if someone has been harming you, if someone has been, you know, doing whatever to you, yeah, it's like you don't have to do nothing. They're about to receive their karma. And it's interesting because guess what it's sitting on top of? It's sitting on a loss. Damn. Okay. I'm not even the type of person to be vengeful. I mean, I can when I want to be, right? Like if somebody does something to me, don't think that I'm going to be, I'm not a Christian. I'll say it that way. And that we're like, oh, turn the other cheek, baby. The only way that cheek is going to be turned is if I slap it in the other direction, babe. I would never be the type of person that's like somebody going to slap me and will turn it. It would never happen that way. Okay. I already know that's not the way my makeup is. But this right here has nothing to do with you. This is someone out of your reach. This is like, if someone is out of your reach, you ain't got to worry about having to do even stretch out your hand. And you want to know what's so interesting about this? I feel like you're going to be able to see it. That's what's so crazy about that. I feel like you're going to be able to see that shit. You're going to be like, oh, there you go, babe. See, that's what you get for effing with me. And you already know, I have the closest people to me are Sag. And I'm not even talking about, you know, clients. I'm not talking about y'all, okay? I'm talking about family members. And you talk about not giving a damn once they see somebody ass being straight ripped apart, okay? Because they done did some shit they ain't had no business doing. Feel nothing. You know how the scripture in the Bible where it says, let your eye not feel sorry, baby. That is a true Sagittarius when they see somebody done did something to them and all of a sudden now they're getting their ass handed to them. And by the looks of this is what's going to happen. But of course it is. But of course it is. But we also don't want you, Sagittarius, to be doing that. We don't want that to be happening to you because we don't know where Saturn is going in your chart. We don't know where it's going to be hitting. So you gotta always be mindful of what you do because it's QT always in the beginning. Okay? And people don't necessarily believe in karma. Everybody experiences karma. You just don't know that they're experiencing it. You just don't know. It happens all the time. You just don't know that it's happening because you don't know how it works. So they can go outside with a smile on their face. They can go outside skinning and grinning. And you think that, oh my God. And they are straight suffering. And I'm like, give me their date of birth. Give me this and I'll tell you what's happening with them. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is happening. This is happening. You're like, oh yeah, I was wondering why the child left the house. And they're telling you, oh, they just went to college. When it's really the child threatened to hurt them. Okay, like this is how it really happens. I'm seeing those situations like for real happen where the person will straight up lie because they don't want anybody to know what's happening to them. So it's going to always knock on their door. And so while they're suffering, while they're experiencing their destruction, look at you. Because that's not where you were. That's not where you've been. So if you guys have been experiencing someone doing something to you, then there goes. This reading went a completely different way, by the way. I didn't expect for that to come out, but that was just super obvious. That was super obvious to me. Back to you. I definitely see that there's going to be major decisions that you're going to have to face in the future, and we're about to get into it. Okay. Let's see what's happening here with Sagittarius. And it's interesting that Hardy is saying that. It's interesting because I always think of it in this way. You say what you have to say and move on, because anytime you put that much energy into someone who's considered to be an enemy, they got you. Do y'all understand that? I know that when you see red, I get it. When you see red, you ain't thinking about, I don't care what they thinking. Oh my God, believe me, I know a Sag. I'm telling you, I know a Sag to the core. I'm talking about the one who is really mild, but when they get angry, you can't tell them nothing. I think I have probably one of the most extreme Sages, okay, around. And I'm just letting you know that when you are seeing red, you're not thinking straight. And sometimes you do things and you let that other person know your hand. Okay? Always like chill before you make a decision to do anything. Don't ever let anybody, because that's what people are looking at the art when they read that book, Art of War, whatever that is. That's the only reason why they're reading that type of stuff, because that teaches them how to move. But some people don't even have to get taught that. The person who wrote the book knew that already because somebody knew that. They were born that way. They knew how to move. And some people don't have to be taught how to move like that. You put too much time and energy into an enemy, they like, look at them. They up here talking about me every chance they get. They're so pathetic. So no, I'm happy that you didn't. They'd be like, that's okay. You say what you need to say and do what you need to do and move on and let the consequences come after. Okay, because it will. Now, the card that actually came out here was the Knight of Wands. Now, what is it sitting on? It's sitting on top of unexpected, which I will definitely tell you there's something unexpected here. If we're talking about money, I feel like you guys are going to have to, you got the 4 at the bottom of the deck. So this is making me feel like you guys may have to move. Is it unexpectedly? I don't know. Okay, maybe you do know you have to move, but you didn't know that you have to move. Maybe there was a different place that you were moving to. This unexpected could be a good thing. Maybe you're being directed or guided to a new kind of house. Maybe you thought that you were going to move in this house and you can't move there, but you got to move over here. But I do see something changing in your home. That I do see. That I definitely see. I've been saying that for a while because you have a 4 at the bottom. Now, as far as money is concerned, your money is going to start moving for you in a really good way, because even at the bottom, I see that there has not been too much progression. You have not been able to add to the pot, to your savings. You haven't been able to add. Actually, it's been reducing. And we saw that with the unexpected and the loss. So a lot of you are trying to recover. 4 of Swords. You've been trying to recover from your losses. So I definitely see that things are going to be moving forward for you, but you got major decisions to make. So I wonder if that means that you guys may have to move to a different city to get a new job, or if you guys may have to start your own business. It's going to be something major, because here that card literally says life-changing decisions. But you should know that, right? You should know what that means for you. You shouldn't be in this reading blind. Most of you guys, not all, but a lot of you guys already got your reading. You shouldn't be, and you shouldn't be going into 2026 not knowing what's happening with you. But I definitely see when it comes down to money and moving and all the other stuff, again, I'm only saying it just generally because it's not your personal reading. I do see that there's going to be some moves made and some decisions that are going to have to be made that is going to change your life. That is a fact. Okay? Let's talk about love for a second before I move to the next card. Why are you guys entertaining this loser? And I don't like to call people names, but this is what you told me. And this is not what I said. This is what you're just telling me. Like, what is your point here? Usually when you guys date, the whole purpose of you dating is because there's supposed to be objective behind it. Like, you're not supposed to be just dating just to date, right? Or are you? Right? Like, are you just saying that it's okay that this person comes in here and, they run you down and then leave, right? Like, that's the only thing they can do. That's the only thing that they're good for, is to just give you a good sexual experience and then leave. But I'm telling you that that's not what I see that you feel. You don't like the fact that the person comes in just as quickly and then they leave, and then they put no effort in. They don't call you. They don't do any of those things. And then you pretend that you're okay. So again, we go back to, you need to make a decision about how you want this person to be in your life. Like, do you even want them there? Because this has been something that you guys have been dealing with for a while. These kinds of individuals, not just one, but different kinds of people who have been on this level romantically. And some of you guys are like, oh, this person is like for some odd reason, it's just something about them. It's just like, I feel like like it's maybe they're my past life. Like, y'all already know, I don't get all up into all of that. I've never been into all of that. I've never been like, oh, this person is my soulmate. I don't care. Even if I do this, like, I've never been into that ever. Like, either you good to me, you're not, baby. Like, I ain't got time for all that whole, like, romanticism of it. Either you are good for me or you are not. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that it's like I'm perfect with how I move, but I still think like that. I'm not saying that you guys don't have a connection to this individual. I do believe that. One thing I can tell you, and I have to give you credit for, I do believe that you have connection to this person, and it's been very hard for you to let this person go. And the same person that you've been trying to let go of, the same person that you've been trying to walk away from, who haven't called you, by the way. They haven't been in your life, by the way, for a while. They're going to come back up in here, and I still see in some way you're going to open up the door for them. Or will you? Because I'm sitting on top of the crossroad. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. Page of Swords. With the Page of Swords, with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Ugh. Man, this ain't good romantically. Let's get to your money first. We'll get to the money, then we'll get back to the romantically, because it's like... You guys have to figure out what you need to do in order to solve your problems here. Like, one thing I don't ever see in Sagittarius readings is laziness. I don't ever see laziness. I see procrastination, but I don't see laziness. So I do see that you guys are taking initiative here with the Page of Swords. I do see that you guys are taking initiative to make something right. As far as where you're living, as far as what you're going to do for money, that part I do like. Okay. Like, I do see you're like, okay, I need to see how let me talk to this person over here. Let me see if I can inquire over here. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Like, that part y'all got down to the T. Like, y'all got that down. Like, that's not the issue. Like, because you don't want to, you guys are not the type of people that's just going to, fall down in a sewer somewhere. It's just, I just don't see that. So I do see you guys taking, extreme initiative to figure out how you can fix your problem with your money, fix your problem with your living situation, fix your problem, even with like family members, if you guys have to take care of them or maybe fix some things dealing with family members, you guys are definitely taking initiative in that. I definitely see it. So that's a good thing. So as far as money wise, I see you working on that, home, that type of stuff. Good. That's what I see. But romantically, yeah. Romantically, it is a straight no for me because you could be so logical in other areas in your life, and then all of a sudden you're like, what? Sorry, yes, what is going on with me? I don't know what's happening. And it's like, yeah, you do. You don't, you guys, when you guys get readings, you don't even open your mouth. I just go in and I straight tell you what it is. And basically what I see is that this is someone that you really, really like. You do have a connection with. This person is, they can't leave you alone just as much as you can't leave them alone, but that shit hurts. Right? And so you're trying to figure out how to feel. And then you come to me and you're like, I need you to help me. And I'm like, that's okay. This is a part of your process right now. And usually it's just, will I get out of the situation? And I'd be like, yes, and you can feel better. But just based on this, I don't see that whoever you've been dealing with, I don't see them out of your life yet because it's been hard for you to leave this person alone. No matter how much they've ignored you, no matter how much they have not put the time and energy into you when you wanted them to, you can't stop. You can't leave them alone. You just got to keep fucking with them for some odd reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to give this person time. I'm just going to give this person the time. I already know this going to give this person. And I'm telling you right now, you are absolutely correct. That's one thing that you've said that has been absolutely correct from reading these cards. It will take time for this person, but are you going to be waiting? Like when we say time, how long? This is the reason why people do synastry, because there are people to be like, oh, well, this person ain't going, their commitment thing ain't going to even happen until 2029. You're like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, it ain't going to happen until that time. Like, what are you expecting? They're not acting like it now. They're not going to change overnight. But if you want to wait until 2029, but then even then, are they going to choose you? Is like, are they going to be, are you going to be the one that they say, okay, I want to settle down with you? Then that's just too much risk. That's just too much involved with that. Like I ain't no way in the world. But when we say time, how much time? Are we saying time like next year? Or are we saying time like in 5 years from now? But you're absolutely right. This person is going to need time. And for some odd reason, you're like, I haven't been able to leave them. It's for some odd reason, it's just been hard for me to. I tried to, but I haven't been able to. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's the sex. I mean, it could be. But even that, I will never forget it. I will never forget it. She was already like 10 years in with her man. And it was funny because she was way older than me. I was really young at the time. And she was just like, I remember when I met him. Look at this at the bottom of the deck, y'all. She was like, I remember when I first met him. She was just like, oh my God, girl, he had like the best sex ever. And she was like, I'm going to marry this man. I'm going to marry this man. And like the whole reason why she started off the conversation, because she was just like, I can't stand him. Okay. Like, and it's been for years. And I'm like, did you really think that was going to be like something that was going to keep the relationship? Because like, you don't want that person on top of you when you can't stand them mofos. So like, don't get caught in this weird like fascination of the way that this person is making you feel, and then it like correlating that with the future. Because I'm talking about from a female perspective, every female knows when it's someone that you can't stand. If you don't you touch me, don't come around. I don't want you in the same room. I don't want you in the same house. I don't want you around me, right? So don't make this cutesy, because right now you guys are not living in the same place. So because they aren't giving you a lot of time and energy, and that is the thing that's keeping you on a hook, because they are stringing you along. They are breadcrumbing you. Now here you got your last card, which is the 5 of Pentacles, which is interesting because we're literally talking about that. The lack of loss again. You had it again with the Death card. And it's going to happen in different ways, y'all. And I just have to say it that way because we're reading these 2 cards with different things you're going to be experiencing in the future. You're going to be experiencing a lot of different types of losses. Not a lot, but different types of losses, right? Not just money, not just like breaking your heart. So you are experiencing grief because you have lost someone. But there's still change here. But help yourself, okay, when it comes to this whole thing with relationships. Don't make it harder for you. This is what the Five of Pentacles is basically saying. Don't make it harder, because I did your 2026 reading as well. And because I don't want to give things away, I'm not going to say, and I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to drop that video again, okay? We'll get into it. All right? So either way, moving forward, you have some decisions to make, like it says here with that crossroad. Because I'm not seeing a lot of happiness here. I don't see, because next year is going to be amazing for a lot of y'all. But it's going to be depending on you, because you may have the Jupiter trining your sun. That may be amazing. Jupiter's trining your sun, but then it's also squaring something because you made a decision you weren't supposed to make. For one, Sagittarius is square. For the other one, it's trining everything. It's trining Venus, it's trining Mercury. And I'm telling you, for real, I've seen it. It's trining Venus, it's trining Mercury, it's trining this, it's trining. I mean, I'm like, damn, like this is just like a freaking cornucopia. And then for another Sagittarius, because they're stuck in the patterns of not making good decisions, I don't even tell them that. I'll just be like, well, you know, this is what it looks like. And they end up getting stuck again. This is for Sag. Look at this. It literally says, this is a time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion and pride in the amazing job you've done. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights, and soon you will begin a new journey. I want to put that down. That's all I had to read for that one. There's a 0 here. You're at the beginning of a wonderful journey, and there's no need to have any fear as your angels, guardian angels, walk beside your every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer to the world. If you just what? Free yourself. Educating people on these reads have always been key. You are your own master. That's why I've seen readings. I've literally seen charts where some Sagittarius, I'm so sorry. I mean, damn, like it's almost as if like the universe literally cut open one side of itself and it's just pouring on somebody in particular that I've read. 3 people I've read for. My chart don't even look like that. And that's about for Sag. And then you have another one where it's like, damn, this is going to be kind of squared. This is going to be kind of squared. This is going to be kind of squared, you know, but it's also in harmony with how they're moving. And it doesn't mean that they won't experience the cornucopia. It just means that it's not time for them to experience it yet. So when we talk about the new beginnings and the successful completion, most of you guys are going to experience that. But when? It's going to be up to you. Okay? This is what I have for you here, Sag. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below in the description box. I most likely will be back on live tonight. I have so much to do. I have a lot. I haven't been on here in a while, and you guys, I've missed you. And now the algorithm is off. Okay, so we got to get their algorithm back to normal. Just make sure you guys put the notification bell on. And again, if you guys are interested in an astrology reading and the tarot reading, you can email me and I'll give you the price for that for your 2026. All right, I love you guys. Have a good day at work and school, and I'll see you back.